Hello everyone, this is Deepak this side, and today we are going to study the third chapter from class 9th Beehive, the little girl. This story is about a sensitive girl and a strict father. The relation between them is not very nice. In the beginning of the story, she is scared of her father, but in the end, she becomes comfortable and her perception changes about her father. Well, before starting the story, first of all, I want to discuss the difficult words. If we use while writing the answer in the examination, it will help you fetch good marks. Like stutter, having difficulty in talking, snoring, making sound while sleeping, hue and cry, angry, protest or commotion, port authority, the office of the port, nightmare, frightening dream, butcher, person who kills animals for removing their flesh, snuggle, moved into a comfortable position. Now I want to introduce you the main characters. Kezia, the little girl, Kezia's father, busy businessman, her mother, her grandmother, Alice the cook, MacDonald is the neighbor. So story begins with the scene like Kezia is usually very scared of her father, and every day in the morning before going to the office she comes to her bedroom and gives a casual kiss, and then he goes away. And when she discovers that her father is gone away, she has a glad sense of relief. But in the evening when he comes back and starts screaming, please bring tea into my bedroom, and has the paper not come yet, bring my sleepers. Her mother asked her to come down if you're a good girl and take off his boots. She is actually afraid, but since she is obedient girl, so she comes down and she takes off boots. That time her father asked her, have you been a good girl today? And she begins to stammer. She speaks in a way, I don't know. And father says, why you are stammering? If you stammer like this, I will ask your mother to take you to the doctor. As a matter of fact, she did not stammer before anyone. She only stuttered before her father out of fear. And her grandmother always tried to improve the relation between father and daughter, and she used to suggest her, like she used to tell her, like on every Sunday you should pass some time or spend some time with your parents. So she used to go to her father, but on Sunday she found her mother was reading something and her father was sleeping on the sofa and snoring. She sat on a stool until her father woke up and asked her, why are you staring me like a brown owl? Well, every time she got frightened by her father because he was very strict and he did not play with her. He did not spare time with her. But grandmother was always trying to put efforts to improve the relation. One day, when she had a cold, she did not go to school. So mother suggested her, like next week, it is your father's birthday, so you should try to plan some surprise gift. And so she thinks of making a pin cushion. She stitched 3 sides, and one side was open. She wanted to fill something, but she was not getting the stuff. So she went to her mother's room, and there she found some fine papers on the bed table. And she tore those papers into pieces. And that very night, there was hue and cry. Everyone was asked, servants were asked, and entire house was searched that paper. Then mother came to her room and asked, had you seen the fine papers on my bed table? Then she confessed. Father came to her room and father punished her. Father punished her to teach her a lesson that you should not touch anyone's things without any permission. But the way was not right actually. Like, she is a little girl, she may be persuaded with affection, but father punished her with a ruler. Well, after that, unfortunately, her mother fell ill and she was hospitalized. When she was hospitalized, her grandmother had to go to the hospital to look after her. Now she was left with Alice. She put her on the bed and made her sleep. And that very night she had a nightmare. She had a nightmare of a butcher chasing her with a knife and rope. She was screaming in the dream, "Grandma, Grandma." And when she opened her eyes, she did not find her grandmother, but it was her father next to her bed. She lifted down and she bent down and lifted her and took her to his room and lay on the bed. He asked her to rub her legs against him and get some warmth. And since father was very tired, so he slept. He slept before her, and she began to feel that father is not so bad. Father is not so bad as she used to compare with the McDonald's. Because she used to see in the neighborhood, McDonald had five children, and he used to play every evening, and he used to spend time with the children. So now she realized that there are two kinds of fathers. Father is not so bad. Father is actually very busy, and her perception changes. Her perception changing in the end, and she also realizes her mistake when she tore the fine papers. Which actually contained the speech of her father, which he was supposed to give on the court authority. So at last her perception changes about her father. So I hope the explanation might be clear to you. You might have understood the story, and you try to write the question answers. In case you have doubt, you can ask me, you can approach me. And thank you so much for watching the video.